Guys, will you shut up for a minute? We gotta get you the fuck out of Dodge, man. We're going to Vegas tonight.
What are you talking about, Vegas?
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Hey, welcome back, roulette enthusiasts. I figured I'd take some time. I've been playing around here, dorking around, and I wanted to just test something here, different idea, and this session came up expired, and, excuse me, when I first started this session, I had 110,000, which is normally what they start you at, or 55,000. I built it up a little bit, took a break, went out, did my thing, and it was about 45 minutes. I had the whole thing cleared out completely, and I came back, opened up the window once again, and even though it was closed out, I still had my bankroll that I left off with, okay, which was up $2,700 roughly. Anyway, so that kind of makes me wonder as to whether or not it's holding cookies on my computer or if they're holding cookies on the computer side. Because normally, when I was able to log in originally after all of that time, I was able to choose a different screen name. You know, I had, like that one time I had, what was it? It was Chico, and then I had Bozo, and then I had all these cool little names. But now, for some reason, after stepping away for 45 minutes, I come back, reopen the window, and of course, or reopen the whole site, and of course it shows my balance right now. So if it's showing a running balance, it's telling me they could be tracking your play. Not that it matters because this is a live wheel, so it's really kind of irrelevant, but it's just a thought that I wanted to put out with you. And I took a break. The reason why was I had, again, a really nice long string doing the 5 lines. And, you know, dealers commenting and doing all these things like you saw in that last video. And if you're playing this, you might see the same thing from the videos as you narrow it down. And comments are kind of funny, and the looks on their faces and the little micro expressions they get every time you have a win. Anyway, so he had commented and he said, Bozo wins once again. Boy, this is quite a lot of wins. You must have something really good going on there. I want to know your secrets. Kind of the same along the same lines as what quote-unquote Vladimir said that one night. He looked off camera, and I wish I was recording it at the time, but they stopped the game, and they came out and they balanced the wheels. Now, I had been table hopping the whole time. So, again, this is within the same building, within the same room, I'm thinking, that has all the dealers, because you can hear them in the background. So I'm wondering if they were watching me go from table to table to table, hitting these tables for the time it was like $150 before I'd move on. And I wonder if they realized, sometimes $250, I know, using higher denominations, of course. I wonder if they realized maybe we need to go through and balance these wheels. So I thought that was kind of cool. But once again, I came back and it had the original bankroll. And with that in mind, I want to go ahead and share with you a little idea. Actually, there's 2 ideas. I don't know if I'm going to be doing much play this session. I'd like to. Of course, I'm taking up your time, and I appreciate that. But this is me just kind of talking out loud, thinking about my ideas out loud. Because again, I do use videos to refresh my memory about certain ways I play, and that's originally how this channel all got started out, was just an accumulation of my ideas so I can come back and reference my testing. Okay, now here's my thought. I've already been able to demonstrate how effective we've been in choosing which 12 to work with. Really, it doesn't matter, because so long as you have that, those 12s covered, it could be any 12, it really doesn't matter. But what I want to do is I want to try to hone down as much as I can of the 50-50 that you have here in any one of the 12s. Meaning, if you have a chip here, of course, you have half of that 12 covered. Like I'm sure you've gathered in the past videos, by focusing in on one of the 12s, one of the lines within that 12 that has the most frequent numbers, you can therefore increase the percentage that you're going to be a winner, therefore increasing the odds from 80%, because 80% of the board is covered. Then maybe 86, perhaps 87. But of course that's going to change because patterns always happen. There are always going to be breakouts and so on and so forth. Now, one thing you can think about, or one thing that I'm going to think about, is I'm trying to figure out how I can keep the stats on this, because it's going to take a lot of sessions. Anyway, it shows over here the charts of the hot table and cold table. Oh, sessions expired. Okay. Anyway, if you were to go up here, it's going to show you basically these lines right here. Now, what I'm going to do here, and it doesn't allow me to do it, so it's really not fair for me to do this as a demonstration. Here, I want to go ahead and just refresh this page. Maybe I'll be able to better demonstrate. Yeah, I have it zoomed in enough to where you can actually see the numbers this time. Okay, I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to look at the numbers that are trending. And I'm going to roll over and I'm going to look to see which one of these lines have the most numbers. Oop, there's a 6. 7. There's the 4. Whoop, there's the 5. Now, it doesn't matter which one. You want to find the one that has the most, perhaps, numbers that are represented within that 12. Because that's going to show perhaps a domination on that one specific line as well as street. So again, this is just a theory. And I'm going to set it up and I'm going to roll with it. This is a new thing. Again, I'm up 1370. But I want to really look at those low numbers. There's those 6s. Now, on the line of the 6, I want to go ahead and focus to see how many are frequents within here and how many of those, let me see if I'm thinking right, have within either 12, it doesn't matter. I want to check to see which one of the lines have the most numbers, basically. So let's start with a 1 through 6. And sadly, it only gives you a little bit of time for you to roll over and look at this. There's 6. I want to try to find a 1, 5, 8, 9. Okay, it's showing me, and there's the 5. There's the 8 again. It's showing me more of these numbers. Again, I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm trying to find a way that I could further narrow that down. If you guys have any ideas on what I could do here, go ahead and put them down below. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to be working on for a little bit to try to further refine this down and do some testing on it. I'm looking at the 12 right now. Looking at the 4, 5, 9. I like that 5 though, it doesn't count. There's the 6. And the other ones are very infrequent with exception of the 5. So, in my theory, I would focus in on this area here. 7 and the 9. Let's see how frequently the 7 and the 9 come in, to kind of perhaps narrow it down. Because all of the other numbers are going to be covered. I don't care. You can pick any 12. 7, 9, 6. Okay, I'm going to focus in on this one right here. All right. Now, the other thing I want to talk about in this, I think this is going to be really interesting, is I'm going to be finding out a way that I can go live with this channel. I think it'd be fun if we were all in the same chat room. You could watch me play. But let's go ahead and expand on this a little bit. After you've practiced this and you've got the hang of it, I think it'd be cool if all of us at the same time, right, go to the website and nail it all at the same time. We'll all exchange and we'll pick a table, or you can see what table I'm playing on at the time. Right? You could just open up a window, have your YouTube in one, and then have, your other tab with the game open. so you can see what table I'm at. We can communicate, and then we could totally just go in there and rob these tables. And I think that'd be fun. That's good practice. I mean, it's like we could be the roulette version of the 21 team. So if you like that idea, let me know. I think that's kind of groovy. I think that'd be pretty badass. So anyway, I think I like that idea. I hope you guys do too. And I think that'd be great because it could bring us all together as a community to go out and just blow these people's minds and watch their reaction to the same people winning the same money all the time. All right? Oh, that's good stuff. Anyway, I'm going to bring this to a close here. Wait, I'm going to do a little bit of play with this little theory I have. I'm going to jump it around. Again, I want to try to further refine down what I can with the numbers that are showing most within any specific 12. Now, the rest of the board is going to be covered. You can pick any 12. It doesn't matter, right? Just so long as you're focusing in on one of the lines that has the most numbers that are hitting. It's kind of hard to go through and pick the one, and you can scroll through and see the ones that pop up the most. I do like those numbers are frequently coming out. So I don't know, that wasn't happening before. Maybe the balance of it, maybe it just happens to be where it's at. But right now, in general, I'm not liking how this is patterning. So what you can do is, well, let's just go with this. No, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to further refine down. And it's really important, I think, when you go into a casino to look for a table that's showing the right pattern, which means you want to have it heavily dominated on both sides and not so choppy to further narrow things down. Okay, right now I would focus in on the 3 and the 2. The line with the 3 and the 2. Should be that one right there. So I'm going to open up and see how there's another 3. I want to wait to roll over to see how many within this specific line are patterning, or which patterns most. 3, 1, 3, 2, 8, 9, 2, 8, 5, 3, 7. See, now that they've balanced all these wheels, I don't know if it means anything. Of course, it probably doesn't, considering we have 80% of the board covered. It's pretty damn good from the get-go. Either way you look at it, you have the house edge beat. Doesn't matter. This strategy has the house edge beat with 80% coverage. Doesn't matter. I'm again trying to further refine down. How many does that 4 have? 11, 14, 12, 10, 9, 3, 15. Okay, I'm just going to play this line. Why? It seems to be, we have the 2 there. But I do like it because it's heavily weighted. And because, let's go check the 10 and the 12 and the 3 and the 2. It's not balancing. It's not making any sense either. I'm probably just rambling. But again, these are just thoughts that are going through my mind. And if it works, at least I know to come back to this video. I wonder if I just stick to... Either way, I have it all set up. Let's go ahead and set it up here and let's blow some minds. What do you think there, guys? But yeah, I think that's a great idea. We all go to the exact same site. They know who our screen names are. And if we all just bombard them all at once and blow their minds. I think that would be epic. If there were like 10 or 20 or 30 of us, I mean, there are 1,000 subscribers. If there were 40 of us that go in there all at once and just boom, hit it, who knows if it's effective? We could all get the accounts at the exact same machine or at the same casino and hit it. You never know. Sounds like a pretty groovy idea to me, and a kind of a fun way to play around with $200 to start off. Kind of groovy. I don't even know what my screen name is. It could be tens. I think it's tens.
Betting time is closed.
And bets are closed.
Tens for 10 minutes to roulette fortune, but with an S.
And 12 in the hand.
All right, let's set this up, people. I know I've been rambling a lot. These are just ideas in my head, and I'm sharing them with you. And welcome to the inside of my brain.
And as you can see, the winning number is 15 from the second dozen, third column.
Okay, we're on a good table. Patterned really nicely.
You can now place your bets.
We still see a frequency. Now, this is what I'm going to also do, and I have to get in the habit of doing this myself. I truly do. And that is only playing at a table for no more than 5 to 10 minutes. Because patterns change.
Good luck.
And for them to come out and to rebalance all the wheels after perhaps seeing me win, going from table to table and everybody's commenting, like you saw in that one video, I want to keep that from happening. So I think by jumping around more frequently, there's that 4. So I think it could be very possibly cycling in that area. I think by evaluating that in the past, like I showed you, perhaps it means something. I don't know.
Wish you the best of luck for this upcoming round. You can now place your bets.
I do know they can see me as a demo player. I also know they can see my name, my screen name.
Best of luck.
I don't know if they can see my balance, and I don't know specifically if they know how I'm playing, because my thought behind it is there might be 30, 40 people in this room. I don't know, 20, 10, I don't know. And to have everybody's little screen up might be difficult, but that doesn't mean anything, just because I've seen them lean up really close to the monitor after I win and kind of squint to see possibly if they're looking at my board. I don't know.
Well done. Betting time is open.
Yep, 10, she said my name, so that's my name.
Bets are open.
Spinning from the previous winning number 5. Betting time is closed.
That's a 4 for the dealer. Alrighty, we move 21 plus 3 payout for Blue Bear. Very nice way to come back into the game.
And as you all can see, the winning number is 7 from the first dozen, first column. Was on the 0 section. Congratulations to all 6 winners. Best of luck for the other players.
Doesn't matter,
coming round.
because I'm going to wait for an empty. I'm going to wait for an empty spin to make sure I don't get a back-to-back loss.
Congratulations to both our winners, and best of luck to everyone in the next round.
Because you can't win them all.
Bets are open.
Spinning from the previous winning number 7. And betting time is closed.
Welcome to the table, Hanky. Bets are closed.
Make sure I don't get that table shift.
That's a king. Value 10 for the dealer.
And the winning number is 7 from the first dozen, first column, was in the 0 section.
That's why, again, it's so important. Make sure you don't get a back-to-back loss.
Betting time is open.
That is essential. That is absolutely essential, I think, to the winning strategy that you're dealing with right here.
And that is 11.
Spinning from the previous winning number 7. Best of luck to everyone, and bets are closed.
No, they just balanced this wheel and it was her
14,
that was still
alrighty.
the dealer.
Has 10. That's 15. And that's 19.
And the winning number is 28 from the 1000 section. Congratulations to all 5 winners. Best of luck for the other players.
They
for
can
the
balance it
upcoming
all they
round.
want, doesn't matter.
Betting time is
I have
open.
the house edge, baby. Just trying to further refine this down.
Spinning from the previous winning number, 28. And betting time is
I'm
closed.
just checking to see if that's shifting now.
10. Alrighty, starting us
Okay.
off with seeing
Yep, see now
And
it's
as you can
shifting
see, the
again.
winning number is 10 from the first dozen, first column, tier section.
So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and
Congratulations to
switch.
all 7 winners.
Your choice
I'm
on
going to make
Betting
it
time is
the
open now.
hitting on the 15. And that's too many. 9 for pound, hitting on the 9, and that's 19. Very nice. Your choice on 19.
17. Let's go and check
Spinning
the
from
other
the
one.
previous winning number,
23,
10.
25, 22.
8 for stand. Standing on 19, standing on 9.
And betting time is closed.
Dealer has 10. That's 15 for dealer. And that is 19. That's a push to Hanky and Tom and a win for Sing Off. Congratulations to our winner. And best of luck to everyone in the next round. Bets are open.
And the winning number is 22 from the second dozen, first column.
Okay, I
first
show the
section.
medians.
Congratulations to all 3 lovely winners. For all the other players, I wish you the
28
best of
and
luck.
30 fall in the same line, right? Yeah,
You can
28,
start
30.
placing your bets.
And then 27 and 29. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and place 3 right there. When it's time, I'm out of time. I'm going to cover this section. I'm going to cover this line right here.
Time for a spin. Spinning from
Because,
the
yeah,
last
even though the
winning number,
30 is
22.
there, we have the 29,
And betting time is
27,
closed.
28.
Alright.
See that? 29, 27, 28 that have been frequently hitting.
Stand or double.
And now that I see that the table could be shifting because of these low numbers,
Your choice on 12 standing. Hanky.
well,
Hanky, your choice on 12.
And ladies and gentlemen, the winning number is 35 from the third dozen, second column of the section. My compliments to the winners. Betting time is now open.
Standing on 19, dealer has 5. And that's 14 for dealer. And that's too many. You're all winners. Very nice. Congratulations, everyone. Reminder,
Spinning from the previous winning number 35.
bets are open.
Bet of
I'm going to
luck
probably bring this to a
everyone.
close here.
And betting time is closed.
Just not feeling the juju luck anymore. It's like it's escaped me.
Closed.
Normally I can key and zero in pretty relatively well. That might have
And your
been just a
pairs, the
fluke.
winning number is 30 from
It's
the
still
third
patterning
dozen,
there,
second
so
column
why
section.
not? What do you guys
My
think?
compliments to all 4 winners.
Let's go and hit it
Best
for
of luck
25
the
to do a
other players
recovery
for the upcoming
at
round.
that 2's level.
Now start placing your
Hard
bets.
name to pronounce. Sub 15 we're going to hit. And that's now hard 15. Your choice with the hard 15. Hit or stand.
That guy's a good strong voice in the back. It'd be good to hear him
Spinning from a
on
previous winning
as a
number
dealer.
30.
His voice will come in clear.
And that is 15. No choice with the 15.
And betting time is closed.
Sitting on 15, doubling down on the 11. Only one card brings us to 19. Very nice. Soft 17 for Hanky. Your choice with the soft 17. Hitting on soft 17.
Woohoo!
Numbers 12 from the Vazindozora section. My compliments to all lovely 8 winners. Best of luck for the other
Alrighty,
players.
standing on 16.
You can start placing your bets.
I think that would be so cool.
Last card. And that's too many. Everyone wins.
So
Very
cool.
nice. Congratulations.
20, 30, 40 of us were all in there and just wiped it out.
Bets are open.
Spinning from the previous winning number
That'd be
12.
epic. 1,000
Best of luck
subscribers
to
if
all the
100 of
players
us all
and
get on the
betting
same
time is
table
closed.
and just wow. You
Alrighty.
could do online casino
Bets
hopping
are
and
closed.
take online casinos for all their money.
7 for the dealer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winning number is 1 from the orphan section.
Okay, I'm going
Congratulations
to
to all 3 winners.
bring this down to the 2s and just write it out.
All the other players. Betting time is open.
Now, mind you,
your choice with the 20, standing on 20. Dealer has 7. Nice round for everyone. Let's see what the dealer draws. 16.
it's more fun when there are fewer people at the table, so they call out your name.
Still a win for Singhan and Khan. Congratulations on the left.
Time for a spin from the last winning number.
So we're out of the problem area of the first 2 spins, which reduce the expectations of those losing numbers coming in by all means possible. And now we're just going to write out those 2s. And hope for the best. Hope we can keep it going.
Alrighty, that's our clues.
And the winning number is 26 from the Vazon 0 section. Congratulations to all 9 winners. Very well done. You can start placing your bets.
I wish I knew what monitors they're looking at.
Another blackjack and a 21 plus 3 payout. Congratulations to the Blue Bear for their blackjack. Pays out 3 to 2. Very nice. Singhan with 11 gonna hit. And the 21 plus 3 side bet. With
Spinning from the last winning number, 26.
Perfect score. Gus, 3. Your choice with the 14. Your choice on 14.
Betting time is closed. Dear players.
14 brings us to 16. Your choice on 16.
And again, it's really important, people, to only play
Congratulations on the blackjack.
for 10-15 minutes at a table and then move. That's why I like
And the
hopping
winning number is
around.
9 from the
Because
first
you know
and
what?
third column.
Most
Orphan
trends
section.
change.
My
And I
compliments
want to
to all
keep
3
that money in your
winners.
pocket
And best of luck
and
for
instill
all the
upon
other
you
players for the
being
next
happy
round.
with what you have, knowing that there's another table
bets.
where you can, hop on it. Just because you're on a good run is a good thing, but at the same time, you don't want to go out at any means possible.
So time for a spin from the last
And when
winning
you
number.
do decide to move, always stop
Best of luck, everybody.
after
And
your
bets are closed.
first recovery at that 25 level in this case. So basically, you could set it up just like this, run it out for one sequence, and when that sequence is done, you're done. Take your money, go to another table, go to another table, or go to another casino. Because you're going to have consistent strings just like this.
And that's another blackjack. Blackjack 3 times in a row, this time for Khan. 3 to 2 is the payout. Very nice. Alrighty, 9 for Singhan.
Spinning from the last wing number, 15.
Also a nice hand. Your choice on the 19.
Just ride out that wave, wait till you hit that loss. Instead of doing the recovery at that table, because it could have possibly shifted, you just cash out, go to another table, man.
Alright, 7 brings us to
And the winning number is 20 from the second dozen, second column. Orphan section, my compliments to all 3 winners. Best of luck to all the other players for the next round.
standing on the 18. Next hand is 6.
Bets are now open, ladies and gentlemen.
Your choice with 6. Alrighty, hitting on the 6 brings us to 11.
So time for a spin from the last winning number.
I mean, think about it. Even if you're
And
averaging,
bets are now closed.
Perfect score.
even if you're averaging
14 to Blue Band. Your choice with
30
14.
$30 to $40 every run, that's pretty damn good.
Standing on 14, Blackjack, once again for Khan. Very nice, 3 to 2. Standing on 16, and we have 14.
And the winning number is 9. Congratulations to the winners. You can now place your bets.
17. Standing on 17.
We can make these online casinos run scared. We all were to go on the same table, bam, hit it.
All winners are
And then you can go back to the YouTube site, and I'll announce what table we're going to go to next, and bam, we all hit
Spinning
it.
from the last winning number.
That would be epic. All right, I think I'm going to bring this one to a close here. We're coming up on 30 minutes. I know I was probably rambling as usual with my ideas that kind of flow out of my mouth. Anyway, they choose to come out, and I think it's important when I finish up this to instill upon everybody to stop. When you're on that run,
And their
when you
players,
finally
winning number is
lose,
30 from the tier
no
section.
need to keep continuing
Congratulations
because
to
there
all
could be a
5
possibility the
winners.
table
Well
is now
done to all of
shifted.
you.
take your money,
now place your
50,
bets.
60 bucks, whatever it's going to be, which is probably what I made right about here, if not probably a little bit more, and just move on to the next table. Start off at your 25 and then do it again. When you're done with that table and the whole run is done,
Spinning from the last
take your
winning
money
number.
and go. Bam! Hit and run. Bam! Don't sit at a table long enough
Betting
because
time is closed, everyone.
that trend could shift. Alright? So anyway, with that in mind, I'm going to bring this to a close. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that idea of hitting and running. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you want. If you've made it this far in this video, which I don't know if I'd want to sit around for 30 minutes, but if you have, thanks a lot. You guys have a great day, a better tomorrow, and choke the cop,
And for all the
which
other
is Thai. That
players,
means
best
best of luck
for
to
the
you.
next round.
You guys take it easy now.
Betting time is open.